Alright, so this first screen is asking for your language. Pick English. This screen is for your keyboard. Just select Don't Touch Key Map. Start Clonezilla. And this is asking where will you be working with images that you'll be storing or restoring to a device. So we'll pick the first option. And this screen is asking, okay, where's the image at? Where are you storing the image that you're making, or where are you retrieving it from? First option is for local drive, like a hard drive, or if it's on an external drive or a USB drive, wherever it's at. A local hardware device of some sort, a hard drive or whatnot, something connected to your computer. Second option is SSH server. That's for retrieving an image or storing an image on a network computer that has SSH connection enabled. Same with this one, except this is for Samba share. These are the three primary options you'll use. Today we're going to use local device. The image is on a second hard drive of mine. Okay, enter continue. It's going to read all the partitions, or the all the partitions on all the devices, hard drive, USB drive, etc. Now this screen is asking, okay, where do you want to store the image? Which drive do you want to store the image onto, or where do you want to retrieve the image from? Which drive? So I'm going to pick the first one, which is my gigabyte drive. These are these right here are the USB drive partitions right here. Okay, so pick the first one. Well, wherever your image is stored. Yours might not be in the first one. And this is asking which directory is the image. Where do you want to store, or where do you want to retrieve it? Mine's in this directory. Hit enter again. It's like beginner mode. Okay, this is basically asking, do you want to store the image, save a partition as an image, or save a whole disk as an image? I mean, this is asking you, do you want to save a partition as an image? Same here, is restore a whole disk with all the partitions, or restore just certain partitions on a disk. So in this case, for DD-WRT Optware, we're going to use parts because I'm only restoring the Optware partition. So restore parts, and it's asking which Clonezilla directory do you want to pull the backup from, and we're going to use this one, Optware, and that's the date. And this is asking, on that USB device, which partition do you want to restore that Optware backup image onto? And the 400 megabyte partition is where we want to restore that. Restore the Optware image to. That's where the Optware partition is 400 megabyte. Enter. Says, do you want to continue? Yes. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. And this is only 400 megabyte image, so it only takes like a minute to restore. It restores it here, and then it does another screen where it checks the image to make sure it's all good, not corrupted. And let's take another 30 seconds or so. Now it's pulling that image off my gigabyte hard drive and restoring it to the USB drive that I have plugged in the back. It's restoring to the Optware partition we made earlier with G-parted. And it's almost done here. Just going to go through a check in a second here. I'll let this go for a minute here. All in all, this takes about a couple minutes to restore it. And that's compared to partitioning the USB drive with G-parted and then running the script for Optware to restore it, not restore it, but to install all the components of Optware, which took a couple hours. So this 5 minutes or so is significantly quicker and easier. Still syncing the image. For some reason, it takes quite a while for it to sync onto the USB drive. Obviously, your USB drive is not as quick as a hard drive, so it takes a little bit longer. If you're going from hard drive to hard drive, syncing an image from another hard drive and restoring it onto a second hard drive, it'd be way quicker than this. There we go. I believe it's going to go through a quick check here, we'll see.